Hey guys, it's Whitebread. I know I've been gone for a while, but the reason is because I've been in the process of moving and I finally finished with my own room. For those who don't know, I still live with my parents because I'm still in high school. So that now that I have my own room, I can finally be on a consistent schedule with YouTube with how much fun I've been making videos. Anyways, for this video, I know I'm late, but I wanted to give my own personal review on Cold War and give you guys information if the game is worth your money. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, with the first game mode in Cold War is the campaign. I personally love the campaign. In my opinion, the story is great. I think it has a lot more depth to it than previous Call of Duty titles. Another thing about it is that there's a lot more stealth to the game than there previously has been in past Call of Duty titles. You are also able to have the option to choose where the story goes. I remember this happening in Black Ops 2, and this really made the campaign more fun to play, and this made me want to play the game multiple times. Another thing about the campaign, which I think is a downside to it, is the new voice actors in Woods and Mason. I think it's not good. I don't think that Woods and Mason should have been changed, especially Woods with how iconic his voice is and how you can't really make it different. Another thing I like about the campaign is that you have the ability to do side missions, which has only come in Black Ops 2 as well. And this actually affects how the game will go, just like how Black Ops 2 went. For those of you that don't know how the story went in Black Ops 2, or well, at least the mechanics and features of how you can drive the story to go one way and the other. It's in my opinion, I think it was the best representation of how a story should be in Call of Duty. It did great. Now with the next portion of the video, which is probably the longest portion of the video, is the multiplayer. I know it's received a lot of controversy ever since the game came out with a lot of the things that we will be going over. The guns and attachments, they're good. I really enjoy the guns at the moment. The only problem is the only complaint I have about the guns is how a small amount there are in the game, which I think was intentional with how Call of Duty is now doing season passes instead of DLC. The attachments feel the same in every single gun. There isn't really a single attachment aside from the barrels, maybe, that really give off a difference. The weapon leveling is a problem. That is a strong problem, and I think everyone who has played the game already realizes this, that weapon leveling in Call of Duty, in Cold War, isn't as good as previous Call of Duty titles were. I think the only reason that makes weapon leveling fun is the ability to earn camos and attachments. But as I said, the weapon leveling is too hard. It's too slow. With the maps, I think the maps can definitely do better. There isn't really one single map that really catches my eye, except for, of course, Nuketown. But every map doesn't have its good fluidity with players. There isn't a really good starting map that is in the multiplayer game mode. Now with perks, there isn't really that much of a problem I see with them. Uh, Usually the really strong perks are in one perk slot, and the other technical perks are in separate perk slots. This makes it to where you can only have one really strong perk in one slot, unless you have, of course, the wild card called Perk Greed, which also leads into the wild cards. I think they play great in the game. It's a nice balance with having multiple perks, having more attachments, being able to get more grenades, and then I think the very negative part about Call of Duty is the skill-based matchmaking. Everyone has talked about it. It's a pain. I don't like it. It's terrible. I mean, this is the only thing I can think of that Call of Duty has as a really bad negative, and it's bad to the point where it's questionable if people want to play the game because of skill-based matchmaking. I think this is one of the main factors as to if people want to play the game or not. I think that Call of Duty should put a ranked and casual. They have so much money. Call of Duty has so much money in their pockets to where they can't add to where they can add two simple ranked and casual playlists, and it sucks because they have that money. They just don't want to do it. And with game modes, the I think with the and with game modes on multiplayer, it's definitely a lot more less than what Modern Warfare and other Call of Duty titles had. I think the most notable one that I can think off the top of my head is Gun Game. They don't have Gun Game. It's which is kind of a staple to the game modes in Call of Duty. Gun Game is a really fun party mode to play. They also don't have Infected, which honestly I could live without, but I mean me telling you the modes that they don't have is just it's telling you that okay, Call of Duty doesn't have these game modes, but they have the most important ones like Team Deathmatch, Domination, Search and Destroy, Hardpoint. They added a new game mode called VIP Escort, which plays sort of like a Search and Destroy. I've played it a few times, and I personally like it. I don't know if it's anyone else's cup of tea, but I like it. Now for the best portion of the video, which is kind of saving, the best for last, is Zombies. Now, Zombies is, I'd say, competes with Black Ops 3 in plenty of ways, or it just dominates it with the amount of players that are finally jumping into the Zombies game mode, which not a lot of people have before, which is crazy because I've never seen this many people from the multiplayer community of Call of Duty jump on the bandwagon of Zombies, and I'd say this is really great for the Zombies community because they have been dead for quite a while, ever since Infinite Warfare. Zombies does everything great. It's probably better than Black Ops 3, and they brought back their perks, which which was a terrible thing to do in Black Ops 4, especially taking out Juggernog with how much people love Juggernog. They took out Juggernog. It's finally back. Speed Cola is back. Stamina Up is back. Deadshot Daiquiri is back, which some may not like, but it's back. Basically, perks are back, but they've come out to the looks of soda bottles, and I really like how they look. I think it's a nice step in with the entire 80s vibes. You may think that with them changing how the perks look is a problem, but it's really not. I think it's a nice change, and everyone in the zombies community loves it. The point system is something weird. I think it's from Black Ops 4. I've never played Black Ops 4, just because I knew it wasn't going to be a good game. But people are saying the point system is from Black Ops 4, and the boss zombies. There's this giant green boss zombie that if you kill will split into two. And the dogs, I personally don't like the dogs. I like the dogs from previous Call of Duty games, just because they were a lot easier to kill, and these ones are just annoying. They every time you kill them, they pop out. They have like this little splash area where you lose your health. And with the next part of zombies, we have the weapon and armor upgrades. I think this is a great addition to zombies. I personally think that they did a really good job in handling how the weapon upgrades and the armor is. It really gives guns that you don't really expect to do good in later rounds to actually do good in later rounds. For example, the 1911. Usually in previous Call of Duty games, you would only really need it to go up to like round 3. But now you can upgrade that gun and it'll go up to like round 30. And I think this is really nice, because then you can finally you can rank up your guns from zombies onto multiplayer. They all connect, and it really gives you a chance to use guns that you wouldn't really expect to do good, and it just makes it a lot more fun. I think this can also give you challenges, some really good challenges too, and the armor system. I think armor is way more important than Juggernog is, which I don't mind. I think that's a nice little thing that they have going on, is that armor is better than Juggernog, because I mean, Juggernog is still important. It's still going to be a crutch perk. We're still going to use it. We're still going to need it. I mean, Juggernog is a staple to the zombies community, and it's not going away even if the armor system is implemented. And with Pack-a Punch, I think does great. I think it does really good. It's different from Black Ops 3, and the reason I say this is because in Black Ops 3 you would be able to Pack-a-Punch your weapons twice, and maybe like an infinite amount of times, to get what ammo mod you want. But because there's a perk for that called Elemental Pop, you don't need to do that. All the Pack-a-Punch does is you upgrade it 3 times to pick up the damage, and it's really great. The system on the Pack-a-Punch does really good in that, and yeah. So for the next part is the Easter egg. Now the Easter egg, I think, is good. I personally think it's really good. It does continue, and it does continue with what the original Zombies storyline is, but with their own thing. Like it's the original zombies sort of like it's the same timeline but in a different universe because Samantha is there, and I think it really does a good job in giving you puzzles, good puzzles too, that help you complete the Easter egg. And for my final piece of the video, and I think is the best thing that Zombies has ever done, is they upgraded the ray gun, and it is now officially really good again. Previously in past Black Ops Zombies, I think Black Ops 3, 2, and 4, and I think even 1, they really made the ray gun into more of a secondary weapon, and to finally feel like the kind of strength that the ray gun should have. It feels great. I really like the damage it does, and it's now officially like a really good wonder weapon. It's no longer that kind of gun you need when off of the back of your pocket. You can now carry it and feel like a total beast. This, in my opinion, is the greatest thing that Zombies has ever done. Because ever since I played, I think it was Black Ops 1, I've always felt that the ray gun has been weak, and I'm really glad that they changed the damage on this, and they really made it to where it's a necessity for wanting to go to higher rounds. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys like my little review. Hopefully this thing helped you in if you guys want to get Cold War, because I know there's still quite a few people out there that don't really have Cold War and are probably thinking that they want to get it, and I'm hoping that I was a sort of a factor in you getting it and you liking it. And hope you guys have a good day. I know I am. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Adios.